In this training, we're going to show you how you can create a doodle poll in order to find out a best meeting time and place for your committee members, or whatever you may need to do. So first you come to doodle.com/login. I personally don't create an account normally. I just click continue with Google. If you can do it with your Facebook or Microsoft account if you want. So it's going to ask me which one. I'm going to be doing my Brian Hain account, which I may have already done. You can see I've already done some polls here, except those different ones. You can see where I've actually done some different ones in the past, but now we are going to create a new one. So we come over here in the upper right and we click we want to create a poll. We're going to be creating a group poll because we want to find the right time for a meeting place without having access to people's calendars. And so what I like to do here is I start with what are the times that work well for me. So they've added some nice pop-up ads here. That's always great. All right, so what's the title? So we're going to be this, so we'll just call this our XYZ committee. XYZ committee meeting. You can put a description here where you can say this is going to be the day of the week and time that week. Remember, this committee always meets the second week of the month. Now, what week of the month your committee meets on is dependent upon what committee it is. So yours may not be the second, and you can look in the handbook to see where that is. So location, Zoom world, so that people know where it's going to be. And I find Zoom makes it a lot easier for people to realize what they're going to do. I like to always do it as 60-minute blocks, of course. If you can do it in less, that is great. And then you go look to say, let's say, right now I'm recording this in June. So I'll pull up my other calendar so I can see am I on the second week of June already or not. Hey, look at that. It doesn't want to show me a calendar here. That's helpful. So let me put a month here. So the second week of June is the week of the 12th. So we'll be going back here to the week, punch forward a week, and we're going to choose some dates and times. Now, I personally like to choose some dates and times. I always choose dates and times that work for me. Oops. And I like to choose them in the morning. So I'll typically do something at 10. Get this to adjust right. There we go. I do it on the different days that work for me. Like for me, Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays work. Thursdays do not work for me, but I have meetings then. Scroll down. I also like to give a lunchtime meeting a couple times through the week. That way, if somebody is working, they can do that. Then I like to give an afternoon meeting. So I typically do like a 2:30 meeting here. All the days work for me, as you can tell. For me personally, Thursdays never work, so I don't even give that as an option to my team. And I like to give an evening just in case we have people who really work a lot. For me, with young children, I always do mine where it's going to be after dinner time hour, so I can always help with that. So then Thursday that I do. And boom. So you set all your times. Now, then it has other options here where you can set a deadline, limit how many times they can select. I don't do any of these. I then come down here and I say create the invite and continue. And that is what there is to it. You can now take this link. So you'll see when you can't log back in here, you'll see that you're already selected for all of them. But then when you have different committee members, they'll select which ones they can do. And you can find out what is the best day and time each month for them. To send this to them, you're going to copy this link, and then when you go into your email, you can actually paste this link in your email to do that. So that is how you create a doodle poll to determine a good meeting time for your